Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. It's been so long, I almost forgot how to do the intro. The full council is back. Tom's back from Paris. Evan's doing whatever the fuck he was doing last week.
I don't even remember.
Ducking from a hurricane.
That's what it was. Okay. That was this week? Last week? I don't know.
Yeah, but the full council's here. So before we even get the show started, please follow us all on Instagram. You can follow us at Jedi Talk Podcast. You can follow me at Brad from Jedi Talk on Instagram. And I'll let the other boys tell you where you can follow them. But to my right is the man, the myth, the legend, Evan T. Boucher. Evan, what is going on, sir?
Hello there? Is that how I do that?
I think that's right.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. But yeah.
Hello there.
Hey, there we go. That's how you say it. That sounds much better than how I usually say it. But yeah, hurricane happened. Technically my second since I've lived here. The one in 2019 doesn't really count. Nothing happened. This one, nothing happened also. But it was bigger. And then
it was more rain with nothing.
And then Epcot 40th was pretty cool. It was not perfect, but it was pretty cool. So that's been my past week.
I liked it. We'll talk about it once we...
Not as good as Tom's adventure to the 30th of Paris.
Yeah, but to Evan's right, the other man, the other myth, the other legend, the Red Rapture himself, Tom Oakley.
By the right... excuse me. By the right of the council, by the will of the force, yeah, I can say that again, that I'm in America. I'm back from Disneyland Paris. Yes, I am.
I should have said bonjour there. Damn.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
They're
That's Italian, but whatever.
All of them are little bonjour. You know, it's just pretty stereotypical.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Croissants everywhere.
Were they good? Does it live up to the hype?
Yeah, it was good. It was. I mean, I think the food. I'd be all over the place. I got a pros and cons list on Disneyland Paris, gentlemen.
Sweet.
Disney World's food is better than Disneyland Paris's food. French food in general, I'm very meh about. So don't take my word for it. If you're into that, like, I mean, I was able to finish a whole bottle of wine for the first time in my life. So
that's new to you.
It was the Disneyland Paris 30th anniversary wine.
Ooh.
That was
did you get the bottle back here?
No.
Dang.
We forgot that. We were packing a lot of shit. I even wanted the cork because the cork said 30 on top of it, but whatever.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all right. It's gone forever. It's all right. Never get.
I mean, you can go back if you want
back.
right now. Go ahead.
He's all good.
I don't know about that.
If you guys haven't heard, you did the best episode ever of Fourth Mother Box. It was like you and kind of Courtney drunk in your hotel room talking about
Days
the
1 and
30th.
2.
Yeah.
It was so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
I remember listening to that one.
The thing about the baguette backpack.
We could start there.
What were you laughing about? That like Courtney was like, "What are you laughing about?" I was like,
He was drunk, dude.
Yeah,
I was drunk, and Courtney was just cracking up at me explaining like like everything that had happened to us up to that point.
Yeah.
So I could talk there. We're in the line for Snow White, and there's a family to my left as we're going through the in and out in the turnstile. And Disneyland Paris has a lot of that. Just your pretty standard back and forth, ziggy-zag. Yeah, not as good as like the queues here where you just go places. Except for an Avengers Campus, it's different, but I'll get there. We're just going back and back, and then the dad of the group just pops open his backpack, and I swear to God, like out of a Mickey Mouse cartoon, the baguettes, like a bouquet of flowers just came out of his backpack.
Like a can
and
of
he's
snakes.
Just handing out to his family. And they
Would you
chomped
like it baguette?
Yeah,
Be our
pretty much.
guest. Be our guest.
And at that time, I was just I told the Courtney, I said, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you, and I'm not high because I don't have my weed here. And it's like there are a bag full of baguettes over there, and they just bust it out and they're starting to eat it. And she's like, no, they're I'm sure they're making sandwiches. I'm like, they're not. We're in France. Like this is happening.
And nobody batted an eye. Like it was just
nobody batted an eye.
It was normal.
Right. And then a whole bunch of people ran into me because they're really rude there.
You said on the show that it'd be like an American opening a backpack full of
like a jar of mayonnaise with a knife.
I was thinking like
I mean,
Twinkies.
Yeah, Twinkies, sure. Taking the Twinkies, putting the mayonnaise on the Twinkies.
I mean, people ask for mayonnaise for their pizzas here, so
no,
hey,
get the hell out of my country.
No.
Every day I have to
Which-
deal with that. Yep.
Y'all know I
Not for
channel,
much longer, but
Hey, congratulations.
You all know I channel Ron Swanson here, but
yes.
going to France has humbled my ass a little bit, and I do love the country I live in. While I think it's going the wrong direction, I still very much rather live here than anywhere else on this planet. So
Yeah, France
Yeah.
is a place I want to go, but it's like not high on my list. It's one of those places that, like, I think I need to see it before I die, but like I'm in no rush. But
Yeah.
but my thing is, like, I'm a history nerd, so I would like to go see like a bunch of the stuff from like World War II and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, we
but
during
I'm not in any rush.
during our free day in Paris that Disney set up for us, we took a river tour, and we saw Notre Dame. We saw like all the Louvre,
The museum, yeah.
the museum where Mona Lisa's
The
in.
Louvre. Did you go see the Mona Lisa?
Absolutely not. I don't care.
Dude.
Wow.
It's like
even I
tiny.
would.
Waiting like that big line. I don't know. It's
Yeah, but
not
you're not
that-
going back, so like.
Yeah, but it just didn't. I rather
get
would have
it.
seen Notre Dame. I rather would have hung out
I
by the
would've
Eiffel
too.
Tower like I did. Walk
Yeah.
around Paris. Go to the cafes, the bistros. Get accosted by the homeless people and like. Oh, first off,
What
they're
are homeless French people like?
Really? I wanna know.
can I have a baguette?
begging for my child. They need wine.
My child needs wine.
Please help.
Oh
Euro
my gosh.
Disney joke on the Simpsons.
Look at him, he's losing it
So
again.
topical. Oh,
Oh,
God,
man.
it's so good.
This
Now
is
that I've
almost
been
as
there-
bad as Disney World. It's almost as bad.
No, nothing's as bad
Did you
as
see
that.
that picture I
over
sent you of the shirt?
Yes, someone stole
Yes.
my
Someone
thing.
stole
like,
your idea.
and I'm not getting any money from
Yeah.
this.
Now you know how it feels.
Kyle, you're an idiot.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Kyle's still
At
somewhere
least
in
you
Poland.
had a cool thing though stolen. My thing was just
Yeah.
a stupid Disney World, but whatever.
So anyway, so you know the whole reason we went to France was just Paris or going to Disneyland and seeing Paris. So overall, Walt Disney World is like 20,000 times better than Disneyland Paris. We should be incredibly thankful that
Whoa.
we are able to go to these 4 parks. Versus, first off, I know Walt Disney Studios Park is trying, but it is a hot mess. It is
Yeah, I
a
didn't-
hot mess of a park.
I didn't want to tell you that before.
No, I
you
knew.
were- okay,
I knew.
I'm not-
I didn't go into this blind. I knew.
I didn't know how blind you went in it because I remember one point I was going to like, do you want me to tell you something? And I was like, I've heard that is the worst park.
In-
It is.
the worst Disney
in
park
5
in
to
the
10
world.
years, I'm sure to be
Well, they're
really
getting
good.
they're
but
getting
that's 5 to
Galaxy's
10
Edge and they're
years.
getting Arendelle.
They're getting
Yeah.
like a weird version of Galaxy's Edge, and I've heard that's been axed.
Was that Jim or Len? Somebody like that. I heard that they're like considering a different, not timeline, but era. There may
Yeah.
be a sequels,
Please.
not sequels, maybe
I want it to
prequels
be
or
different.
originals. So that's
that would
cool.
get me to go if it was like
Me
a original
too.
trilogy.
Like
I'd go back.
management is like, we've seen how it's going in America. People like them, but what if we do this instead? So maybe
I do think
studios
I
is
do
gonna
think it
get-
was a mistake for them to base it on the sequel trilogy when the sequel trilogy wasn't out yet,
Yeah, when it was still going.
because you just don't know what you're going to get. Like
Yeah.
you don't know what the reaction's going to be. Like
Mhm.
I
Right.
mean, we all know we all love the sequels here, but I
Yeah.
do think that was a pretty
was
ballsy
bold.
move. But you know,
And that's fine. It's fine by me. I mean, it's,
it doesn't bother.
It's how you do it. It's how you market
It
it.
could have been in the prequels, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
give 2 shits.
I would have
Star
loved
Wars,
it
I
either
don't
way.
care.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
All right, I'm just going to do this pros and cons list.
Yes,
and then we
go
can
for it.
expand on some things
yeah,
from
please
there.
do.
You want me to start with the pros or the cons?
Cons because it's funnier.
Okay.
It'll keep the retention up.
All right, the
People will
first
negative.
one. The first one. The French.
Just in
Ru-
general.
The con, the French. I'm sorry. Look. Americans have so many problems, and I'll be the first one to point out every single one of them we have. One of the
One of them
pros
being our
were
president.
hey ice cream. So we were
Nachos.
one of the pros where we did not see any scooters. Like it was so nice to walk without any scooters outside of a handful of people. Now here you come into Disney World, you're gonna get in a line of scooters.
Oh, good luck going.
Yeah.
Speaking of scooters, on the this is a
People
real
that
short
don't even
40
need them. They're just
story.
lazy. They just.
So do you know where in the creations where the limited edition sweatshirts were,
Yeah,
and then they were next to those pins?
that's where I almost witnessed a fight. Yeah, from a-
it might have been the same
from a
lady.
non-eBay reseller, quote unquote. She swore up and down.
This, I almost swung hands at this woman. She pissed me off so bad. She had her scooter parked across from the sweatshirts.
Yeah.
So like the sweatshirts were here, the rack of pins was here. She had her scooter parked here and was standing next to her scooter. And I just walked past her and she goes, "Excuse me, works well." And I wanted to turn around and be like, "Do you think you own the aisle, you stupid cunt?"
Where's the alarm?
I've thought about this.
Well, no.
I've thought about this at least 5 times a day, and every time I do, it pisses me off.
For the past 5
pissed me
days.
off, too.
This happened 5 days
since
ago.
October 1st. I've
Yeah.
thought about this no fewer than 5 times, and every time I do, it enraged. I'm more mad about this than I was the traffic I just sat in. Like,
Wow.
boils my blood. It's like I wasn't being rude to you,
Grinds my gears.
and I was so pissed I didn't even say anything because I turned around to Holly. I said, "Did you hear that fucking cunt?" That's what I said to her. And Holly was Brad, and I was like, "No." I was like, "She yelled at you." All right, I'm done. God, that was infuriating.
See, that's the Americans. See, like, there's cons for Americans too. Like, we're not
Brad's
just,
here in America. That's
No,
a
that's-
con.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all three here now.
All right.
Well, I'm part French, so that makes me double bad.
Are you really?
Yeah, Boucher.
Oh yeah, duh. You might be Canadian though, which is worse.
Triple bad. Oui, oui.
Could
All
be
right,
the
sorry.
wall.
I won't interrupt you again.
Boy.
That just made me.
No, that's
Bobby
fine.
Boucher.
That was
Triggered me.
That was topical. That was topical. All right. So the French. So like I was saying, Americans suck, but the culture's just different. So rude, and it's probably because we are Americans. Completely rude. One of the biggest things is just no personal space whatsoever.
You think they were being rude to you because you were American?
A lot
Didn't
of people
we save
alluded
their
to,
ass in World War II? You ungrateful, smelly cunts.
Yeah, probably. But we I don't know. I was completely nice to everybody, and the cast members who were French were 1,000% the best. The cast members were awesome. Like there wasn't a single one we ran into that sucked. Awesome people.
That's a good change of pace from here.
Yeah, well, here is like 50-50. So we were standing in line waiting for the drone show right before their version of Illuminations, and they just kept opening up an umbrella that into my head that dug into the back of my head.
Was it raining?
A little bit,
I would have
Because
taken
it's
it
Europe?
and broken it.
but I whacked my head back at least 3 times. And they laughed a few times, and then I said, "Okay, we're at a Metallica concert, I see." So I planted my 2 legs and just kind of like
I've seen you do this.
launched back, and this great smashing British family saw that I was about ready to start American Revolutionary War #2 here with the French for some reason.
The War of 1812 's
Yeah,
back, baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's
2022.
They kind of caught my attention. They're like, "Is this your first time in Paris?" And like, yes. And like, it's like, get used to it with them.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was. They were
They're like third-class citizens.
That's how
in
we
their own
know that
country.
you're not
I
just
know.
making it up, and you're also not just your experience. It's just
Right.
that's how they are, according
Yeah.
to this.
I kept going. The French suck. Like in all of our group chats, I was always like, the French suck.
I believe it.
I've known some French people, and they
Yeah.
are all shit.
Yeah.
I don't know any actual French people, so I don't know.
I've known a few, and they're
It's
just culturally annoying.
You'll get.
There's just no boundaries.
Yeah, you'll get cut off. We were in line for Indiana Jones, and this just guy and his like 12-year-old daughter. Such a great example. He was serving for her. Just cut off half the line.
I just don't understand like how we have the reputation of being rude when people act like that.
I said that to Courtney almost halfway through our trip, and I'm like, I don't believe that we're like the snobbiest country anymore, people anymore. Like,
Wow.
Yeah. No.
absolutely don't.
The only people we treat poorly here are Brazilians, and they deserve it.
They're just loud, and there's flags are in my
obnoxious.
face all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. All chanting and shit through the park.
And unattractive people are desperate. You should haggle with them.
See,
Adventure
That's
time.
Brazilians are the most attractive people on the planet until they start talking. Like the women are gorgeous, and then they start talking. It sounds like they're like 22. That smells like
your ass.
sounds like it sounds like they've been smoking for 40 years. They're like, "Hey, my name is Wojeta." You're like, "Holy shit, I'm 23." Okay,
here's my grandchild. What?
they're all so hot. Anyway, not the French.
Oh, okay.
I keep saying I'm not going to cut you off, but I'm just so upset and angry right now that I'm just like I'm
I get
firing
it.
on all
That's fine.
cylinders.
Let's talk. I mean, I could talk about it all day. The cultural rudeness of the French. It's just bad. It's just be prepared for if you go to Disneyland Paris. You have to do some battling a little bit. I just got loud. I eventually, like, my patience wore thin, and I just got loud. Like, none of them ever confronted me or anything, and I said some pretty outlandish
Because
things
you're like
to them.
bigger than all of them.
It's
Like,
true, I was. That's another thing
Yeah.
with France, okay? This is Kyle Cosentino size, ladies and gentlemen. I was in 2 hotels when I stayed there.
Fun size?
Dream Castle, fun size. Like, Evan, you won't be comfortable. You're over 5'6". Brad,
Jeez.
obviously shaped like me. No, it ain't working for us. Like, get
Yikes.
2
Even the
hotel
hotels?
rooms. What?
Even the hotel rooms.
The Sequoia Lodge at Disney was Disneyfied. It was fine. Like, it was made for Americans. But we had to stay at one before Sequoia Lodge just because I wanted a buffer day.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there were a couple of
Case there's
hurricanes
issues,
going on and
yeah.
shit. So, just in case there were travel issues. And it worked out. And we stayed there. It was a very French hotel. It would basically be like a hotel right outside of Disney Springs here. like the equivalent of that at
Like
Disneyland
a good
Paris.
neighbor hotel.
A very good neighbor hotel. It was
Okay.
it was gorgeous.
Just
Except
a tiny neighbor.
Yes, I woke up in the middle of the night to pick up my Uber Eats because I was way off on time and I was starving.
I love this story.
Yeah. And then I went down and they were blaring the single ladies, and like just
You
blaring.
told
I'm
this-
like, what
this was
the
on the
fuck is
show
going
with
on
you
in
and
1 a.m. in
Courtney.
France? Yeah.
was this a French version? Like, yo, the single ladies, those the single ladies.
Leave your hands in the cheese and you smell it.
Now
put your hands up and then put them
back down because we do not wear the deodorant.
Oh, smoke break.
Well,
So I just went back upstairs and then we watched a tremendously hilarious British movie called Absolutely Fabulous, or Absolutely Fabulous, or something like that. I have to find this and watch it again. It's really funny. So anyway,
is it funny or were you just delirious?
No, it was really funny.
I think it's both.
Good British humor.
Wine drunk and delirious.
There is zero crowd control at Disneyland Paris.
Really?
Yeah, like during the fireworks, I actually appreciate what they do at Disney World. Like how they make lanes for people who just want to get the hell out of
Yeah,
there.
they've got it down to a
Disneyland
science.
Paris, they do not give a shit. Like Courtney and I were trying to make our way to a point, and they cut off a bunch of places, and then they just didn't tell you where to go. So we had to figure out we had to go back through Adventureland, and by the way, it's enormous there.
Yeah,
Their
you said
Adventureland
that you guys
is
got like lost.
Yeah, their lands are all like
enormous.
10 acres. Like
Yes.
they're big lands.
I'll get into the what I like and I don't like about those in a second.
Oh shit! Hang on, real quick. Does anybody need this Boba Fett?
No, Boba Fett? No. I don't even need to see it.
I do actually.
There's 45 Boba Fetts. I don't need
What about
another
this
one.
Mando and Grogu Black Series?
Oh shit.
No.
The
No.
Boba Fett, I'll take.
Boba Fett.
Make things that aren't
it Holly?
Mando and Boba Fett.
If
There's
you're
other
okay.
characters out there.
Yeah, but they want to just repaint figures.
Yeah.
You should know this by
But I
now.
don't because I have
I
7
got
of
news
them.
on some figures later when we get past
I
the
can't wait
Disneyland
to
Paris
hear
news.
about it.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention at all.
That's okay. It's from Pulsecon in New York on, so. So,
Sorry,
yeah.
can you write down 16? 16.
Yeah.
So I can edit that out just so it flows better.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, go.
Their opening times at Disneyland Paris are mere suggestions. If it says they're going to open at 8:30, if the guy feels like 8:35, it's going to be 8:35.
That shit drives me insane.
But Disney World, like, I appreciate you more because I've been a resort guest and an AP. Like, they just let me into Epcot like 5 minutes earlier the other day, like with the Gen Pop.
Most
they're
of the time
ready,
it's
they're
more
ready.
than 5. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like 30, 20, 30
Exactly.
minutes.
So, like,
Yeah.
when I was a resort guest, especially during COVID, I was in Magic Kingdom and Epcot like with maybe 20 people, like for a long time because they just opened them up when they were ready.
Oh, she's already home. Damn it.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
He's a Target exclusive.
He is?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Maybe I should swing by. The Magic Hour at Disneyland for resort guests was just Hyperspace Mountain and Buzz Lightyear. They opened it up, but those are the only 2 attractions open.
What?
So, of
Yes.
course, Hyperspace Mountain was great.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about that in the pros, but that and then Buzz Lightyear. But it's like I want to do everything else, like before these
Yeah.
people get in. So that's a con. Merch sucks. Merch absolutely sucks in Disneyland Paris.
Really?
There's not a lot. We have
That's
so much
upsetting.
more.
Well, that's
we have
the,
so much
that's
more.
the problem, though. Here,
Yeah.
they only care about the merch.
It's
So-
it's true to a point.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a problem
Yeah.
to me. I don't want nothing but good merch.
Yeah, but
Right,
you want to
but
be able to
I
find
wanna-
something good from
I-
your
yeah.
trip.
I'm okay with 1 or 2
I
things.
truly felt like I got that Waltz pin I showed you guys
That's a dope
from
pin.
Yeah.
the restaurant, like, and it says Chicago, Illinois on it. Come on, shit.
Yeah.
That's like up my alley.
Like,
Um,
even the 40th stuff at Epcot, I bought 1 Spirit jersey and 1 pin.
I went hard.
And there was a ton of cool stuff. Everything was pretty dope for Epcot.
I'm a
But, like,
sucker for anything Epcot with the logos, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, everything had the fucking logos
It
on
did.
Because they know that
'Cause-
that's what we want.
yeah.
We want real Epcot.
Yeah.
And that's real Epcot.
Mhm.
But anyhow.
this is a first world problem, but they have no quick services in their hotels, in their
Oh, that's
resorts,
annoying.
and it sucked. Like for
Yeah,
fat,
it's
hungry
not
Americans,
good.
it sucked.
That's annoying.
They have a.
Is the food French food or is it like Americanized?
It's when they have American offerings, it's kind of an attempt at American.
Like burgers
sometimes
and
they-
stuff?
Yeah, the
Okay.
burgers were fine, but sometimes they get it right. Like they presented like a New York cheesecake at one of the places we ate at, and that was no New York cheesecake. So
Weird.
they tried. The dining plan is fucking awfully confusing. So it's like full board, half board, 1 board, 2 board, 3 board,
What does that even
frog
mean?
board. I don't know. So we picked like the half board, and I was like half-assedly going off my knowledge of being a dining plan user here.
Yeah.
And I just said, okay, that the middle one will just be like kind of like breakfast and lunch and dinner, like 3 meals, like the one here, like the middle one here does. So what we didn't read and nobody explained to us was you get breakfast every morning, lunch or dinner a day. So breakfast is covered every single day, and then you get either lunch or dinner as one of your credits. So Courtney and I were assuming we got lunch and dinner, so we used them up like halfway through. And then we had a shit ton of breakfasts left. And I'm like, like what half-ass fucking like meal plan is this? So like I would have had to have bought the most expensive one to get what I thought I was getting. So it's just very confusing. But one of the pros I'll mention, Justine, she was a cast member at the Santa Fe like something Coyote Inn or something, I don't know. She basically took some of our breakfast, used it for dinner that night.
Oh, that's cool.
And said, if you want to continue to do that, come here and ask for me. But if not, you guys just can only use them for breakfast. So she was awesome. Like
probably like
cast member magic. Yeah, definitely coordinator. Yeah, cast member magic. No free refills. Another first world problem, but including water. Like you get one soda a meal, and it's like, that's it.
You know what's funny? I've always heard that is a. That is like an American thing, and everyone's like, "You get free refills."
It's the best thing ever. I love it.
Is it just because it's cheaper here? Like they don't have to export it?
Probably.
Yeah. But also, it's only like half the
Or import
restaurants here. Well, half the quick services.
But like as a general rule, when you go to a restaurant, like you don't have to pay per soda.
Yeah.
Like when you go to Chili's, like you get a Coke and you can get refills.
Yeah,
that's
France,
not a thing.
even
there.
if you get your server, like your server's not bringing you another like refill. You're paying your extra extra $5 for that. Or
I'm gonna need to know that when
That's
I go
nuts.
because I'll drink like 6 lemonades at dinner. So now I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it'd be like bring your own soda and lemonade in your hotel room.
Yeah.
Let's see, smoking and vaping.
They do it in the parks.
That's very cultural there.
Yeah, like they are the only culture I think left who does this. Like,
Brazilians do it too.
do they?
Brazilians
Okay.
smoke a lot.
Yeah, people get mad all the time in our parks when people tell them you have to leave the park to smoke.
Dude, I was in the parks on Get when they switched that
Yeah.
over.
Oh, I bet people wanted
That
to
had
kill
to
you.
suck.
Dude, it was brutal because
Yeah.
you're literally talking to an addict
Yeah.
who's
I know.
like jonesing and needs a hit.
And you're like, you
And you're
gotta
like,
go
sorry, dude, you gotta go
55 acres that way.
I know
Like,
the worst one I ever had was it was the exit of Splash Mountain.
Oh yeah.
And that's a trek. And he was like, "Are you?" I remember he looked at me. He goes, "Dude, are you fucking
that's the
serious?"
back
And I was
corner.
like,
That's the furthest
I was
point.
like, "Yeah, man, this is a new thing they just started. I'm so sorry. Like, I know it sucks, but I said if it's not changing, and it's a rule, and if you don't like, I don't care, but people around you care, and like you can get
Eventually,
you can
some
get-
cast member is gonna get security.
yeah,
whatever
and that's
it
why I
is.
told him. I
Right.
said eventually
I'm
you
not
get thrown
going
out. I said,
to, but
I'm not going to do
somebody.
that, but like just so you know, like it can become a problem. And he was like,
Yeah.
"All right." It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but
That was a rough 2 weeks. It was the
cast,
worst.
yeah,
Of
the
Yeah.
cast members at Disneyland Paris, even though they're not supposed to, there are no smoke. I think I was telling you this, Brad. There are no smoking signs on entrances inside of
They
attractions.
just don't care.
But no, they don't light up inside the attractions. But it's like they have to put no smoking signs there
Yeah.
to tell their people
That's
don't
wild.
smoke inside here.
Should be obvious.
You would think so, but like every single child of a French family was coughing because they have black lung
Jeez.
from their parents' secondhand smoke. Dudes, I'm not kidding, man.
No, no,
It's-
that's a thing. Like
It's
totally-
sad.
you know, there's all like every time you see like a French person being made fun of like in a cartoon, they're always like smoking a cigarette. Like, Mama, I've been smoking since I
Pepe
was
Le Pew.
6. Yeah,
I
it's
forgot
all,
I didn't see Pepe Le Pew, but fuck. There's one place to get coffee, which sucks for us caffeine-addicted Americans. The food was so-so, like I had kind of mentioned. It's like, meh, all right, whatever.
What was the best and worst meal you had?
Oh, the best meal was probably Walt's Restaurant. It was this crazy concoction. It was like this soup with popcorn in it, and it sounds crazy.
They used to have that at Sci-Fi. It's
Yeah.
called popcorn soup.
Oh, well, this was like like Walt's favorite soup and his favorite type of popcorn in one.
Huh.
It was really different but good.
I ordered that once at Sci-Fi. And it was
Okay.
like a buttery kind of
No,
consistency.
the
Like a
that
melted butter consistency.
yes, but was the popcorn spicy?
I don't remember.
Yeah, this popcorn was spicy, and I typically don't like those things, and it worked.
Now, this is a table service on Main Street, right? Waltz.
Table service on Main Street,
Okay.
upstairs, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So
God.
we saw the
cool.
cavalcade
Yeah.
from a second floor.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
How's the entertainment? Is it better?
Much better.
It's like Disneyland good?
Yes.
Okay.
Their cavalcade stops. They get off and they dance around in front of everybody. This is for the 30th, by the way, and I'll get to we could talk more when I get to the pros. Okay, here's ripping on Walt Disney Studios. It's a mess. Every single land is on top of each other there. Now they're trying with Avengers Campus because that's like the first real land there. So you enter first. The entrance is gorgeous. It's really unique to a Disneyland, Disney World park. It just looks like a big stage that you walk into, and then you go through what looks like a California street. Just like an indoor version of what we got at Hollywood Studios, but a little bit more flashy.
It's in like a big,
I've seen that.
like a
Yeah.
stage,
Yes.
a sound stage building.
Soundstage
Yeah, they
building.
have
With
like
the curved roof.
the
That's the
brown
entrance?
derby. Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
and a bunch of neon lights.
yeah,
and
they have
stuff.
neon lights. They have the brown derby, but brown derby's just a quick service
So,
restaurant.
so how
Yeah.
inside is it? Is it
It's
like
inside.
It's you walk. Your
It's like the
entrance is
Mexico
walking
Pavilion.
into a building. Like
Yep.
like a
It'd be
Epcot
like if you
pavilion?
entered through Mexico and then a park was
That is
behind Mexico.
Wild.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy. Yeah,
That's really cool, actually.
it is cool. It's unique, and then
Huh.
and then you get you
That'd be
go
great here
through
with
the-
all the rain.
yeah you go through the back doors. Nothing. Go through the back doors. No, Evan.
I just want to hear more
Thinking
about
about
Paris
ass?
'cause I
Okay.
love Paris.
I was thinking Led
Disneyland
Zeppelin
Paris.
in through the outdoor.
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
So
Is
you
that
go
what
through.
that's a reference to?
but
Is
no.
that a butt sex joke?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh God. And maybe it is. On Led Zeppelin there.
Did you see the meme that's been going around of the dude taking a picture of his girlfriend in front of Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
And he's like standing
They blocked
to
out
the
certain
left,
letters.
to the left.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Think about
I've
what they
seen that.
blocked.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
I was dying laughing. I didn't catch it the first few times. I was like, "What the hell? You?"
Yeah. What are you
What is
talking about?
this?
It's just a picture of somebody in a park.
Her head's in the middle, so it says Anal Kingdom.
There you go. That's what it says.
There we go. Now
we had to spell it out for you.
So
Our
Walt-
listeners aren't bright.
yeah.
Neither
I'm
are
kidding.
our talkers. I
Was that
guess.
neither
Whatever.
the people on the show?
Bye. So you walk in. There's a statue of Walt, the same one we have.
Partner statue.
Yeah, a partner statue, and then you see Tower pretty clear, and then there's a big stage to the right, and then you see what looks like Crush's coaster, and then things disappear, and then you see the parachutes in the back, and then you kind of see like another Buena Vista type street, but with cardboard. But then over to the left, you're starting to get to Avengers Campus. So the good about Walt Disney Studios is Avengers Campus. That is a pro. I'll talk about it there. But the bad about this park is just it looks horrendous, and it needs its upgrades badly because it doesn't flow. It's like a carnival. It's like if Disney did a carnival.
I think they took like the bad things of DCA 1.0 and the few bad things of MGM Studios and slapped them together.
Pretty much.
Well, I was watching, I forget who it was, but I was watching some YouTube video the other day, and they said this, and I never thought of it that way. But the reason that Disney had so many studio-themed parks in the 90s and the 2000s was because it was something that the public was interested in. Because like bonus features on DVDs
Yep.
were like
Didn't it-
popular, and that's why
Yeah.
people kept
Yeah.
producing them for the DVDs. People would buy that just
Yep.
for that, and also it's super cheap to put up a big ass building and go, it's a studio back lot."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
it's a theme, and it's
Mhm.
cheap to do, and
Better than
it's-
a giant blue box.
Right. But that blue box brings lots of people happiness, Evan. Oh, you want to fight?
Epcot's is better now than
If
it's
they
ever
took
been.
it away, I'd be
Yeah.
depressed. You want that on your shoulders?
Yes.
You want Cosmic Rewind to be gone and my mental health to suffer?
Yes.
You hear that, Evan? You hear that, everybody? Evan wants me to be depressed.
Evan's pro depression.
Pro depression of Tom.
So is current.
So you're
Epcot.
saying that you'd rather have Tom kill yourself than kill himself than Cosmic Rewind be open?
No.
Wow.
I'd
That's what
rather
you
have
said.
Tom on this earth.
That's how CNN would spin it.
That is. But
So the music transitions from land to land are insanely noticeable and kind of bad.
Really?
Yes.
Is it
they have
because they're
like
so
a-
close to each other?
It's just like you're walking, then like up there it fades, here it comes,
See,
and
that's
it's
something
it
you shouldn't notice
I know,
which you
and
don't
I
in,
noticed it.
like the Magic Kingdom.
I
you
don't
never
notice
do.
it at Disney
Yeah.
World.
Yeah.
And
at all. I've never
Yeah.
even really thought about it.
Mhm.
even when I pay attention, it's still done so well.
Yeah.
The only one that's noticeable, but it's intended to be, is the one at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah,
Because it's like you're going somewhere
Yeah.
completely different.
Yeah.
it's still done very well.
Very well,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's noticeable where you're like, oh, that's an audible
But it-
change. But it's
Disneyland Paris, it's just you go
bad.
from the drums to Main Street like
Ugh.
like ugh.
weird.
It breaks my heart as like a musically inclined person. It's like,
Is
come on,
all the
guys.
music the same in all the lands?
for the most part? apart. There's some differences.
I bet Discovery Land is different.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The French have an affinity for the Wild Wild West for some reason. So that's what like all.
They loved westerns and
Yes.
stuff, American westerns.
Yes.
So when they built this, Tony Baxter and them were like, we need a
Yeah.
giant West theme land.
Let me wrap up my cons real quick. Peter Pan's flight sucked versus ours. Ours is so much better. This one was kind of underwhelming. Big Thunder was down the whole time. That
How
blew.
bad must that ride suck? 'Cause I
Dang.
think Peter Pan's flight kind of sucks.
It was worse than ours. I
How
just
so?
can't explain. It's just shorter. Like the queue was
Shorter
bad.
even?
It
Damn,
felt shorter, man. It did.
Ours is only what, like
97.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
I think
80
it's
or
It, was,
100
it just
seconds.
was ours flows better. It's just hard to say. Ours flows better. Big Thunder was down the whole time. There's no. This is
That's
a me
upsetting.
problem. If there was no energy drinks anywhere on property outside of a gas station, I had to walk to. The Santa Fe Hotel should not call itself a Disney hotel. That thing's a piece of heap and pile of shit.
That's where the EBT people stay, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yes.
Food stamp
1,000
people.
Yes. They do.
The
It's-
baguette stamp.
Yeah. Queen Antoinette stamp. The magic shuttle, which you have to pay for to get to and from the airport, blew ass.
They do that in Tokyo too. You have to pay
Yeah.
for the monorail there.
Oh wow. And this is not look people. This didn't make me nervous. This made me uncomfortable, and this is I think more of a French thing too. But I went to a bathroom on Disney property as a man. You're standing at a urinal, had my junk open, and a woman walked in behind me, and it was a janitorial person, but just cleaning in behind me. And I'm like, I have my junk out, and a woman who's not my wife is merely 3 feet from me.
My
This is
dick is out,
incredibly
lady.
uncomfortable. No, this was incredibly uncomfortable for me.
That's wild.
So I have to mention it because
You almost got Me Too'd in France, bro.
right, like all it takes
Yeah.
is for them to walk out and say he did something, and you're like, well,
it's
you're
not
screwed.
even that.
Not
It's
even
just
that. I was
awkward.
thinking of it. Just made me like, man, I don't want another like woman this close to my junk being in the same oxygen
It's just,
together. Like
Yeah.
it's just uncomfortable.
it was
Yeah.
very uncomfortable for me.
Yikes.
I've had that happen a few times where like they don't know you're in there. Like, if you're like somewhere,
Well, that's
and then
yeah.
that's like, oh whoops, sorry. That's uncomfortable. Like they were just like, do not care. I'm going to clean
Yeah,
the
this-
piece.
Yeah, but this
I don't know
was
what accent that is. It's not French.
it's like a mixture of French
and
Canadian.
Bruno
Bruno.
or Borat.
I was gonna say we don't talk about Bruno, so
All right, I got the pros, and I told you guys this, but the logistics as far as people placement, chef's kiss. Like the way they separate people, the queues. You just don't run into a lot of people in Disneyland Paris. Now it's not that busy. Or wasn't that busy when we were there, but you don't feel the crowds, which was nice.
What was the weather like?
It was start the day at about the low 50s.
Oh wow.
65 might be the highest.
that is nice.
Mhm.
I honestly kind of want to go there when it snows, just to see a Disney
That
park
would've been fun,
with
yeah.
snow.
That.
Nah, that'd be
I'm
fun.
not
Think
going
about
on
that.
vacation where it's snowing.
Just to
Fuck
see
that.
a Disney park in snow would be so weird.
Sure, I'll Google it. I'm good. I don't need.
I've seen
dude,
pictures.
I fucking,
Paris always post pictures.
I
Yeah.
hate the cold. Like I despise it.
Me too. That's why I,
I
live
fucking
here.
hate
but
it.
It's
Holly
cool to
drags
visit.
me up every fucking November and December to New Jersey where it's like 8
Well,
degrees.
if
and
you
I'm like,
want to try Kuma's, that metal burger bar, we got to go to Chicago in January and February.
fuck. Yeah, but that's not vacation. Like that's like it's something we're going to do.
He'll do it for a
it's
burger.
a hobby.
I will do it for a burger.
He will do it for a burger.
It's but like going on to like I have like 1 week of vacation a year.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
And to go spend it where I'm freezing fucking cold. No,
we're
thanks.
also
Facts,
going on a
yeah.
weekend, so yeah,
Yeah.
we're not. We're
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
not. Okay,
That sucks.
You don't need to use their Premier Access. I didn't.
Yeah, you don't have to
I used
anywhere.
it once because I thought you had to, but the thing that sucks is they have the Universal Pass where it's like you buy it, you could do it over and over and over and over again as
How much
many
does that
times. You want.
cost?
It was like 180 euros.
How much is that
The-
in real money?
It was almost it was almost 1 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's actually not terrible for like an unlimited fast pass.
Yeah, but you didn't need it.
per person
You didn't.
for the whole trip, or just a
No,
day?
just that day.
I would do it a day if I wanted to get everything done.
$150.
But
Brad,
like
even everything I'm telling you from start to close, you do not need it.
Yeah,
That's
they don't have
fucking
that many
awesome. Yeah,
attractions.
you don't.
They don't have that many to begin with.
No,
Like,
Walt
yeah.
Disney Studios for sure doesn't. But
Yeah.
at Disneyland Park, no, you don't need
Yeah.
it. If you stay on resort, get there, walk onto Hyperspace Mountain, get off, go do Buzz. At 9:30, the first thing you should do is Phantom Manor, and then just like work your way back, Pirates, and then work through everything that way.
I wanted to ask you: have you done Hyperspace Mountain at Disneyland
I have,
before?
yep.
Which one's better?
I feel
Because
like you
I
can't compare.
love Hyperspace Mountain at Disneyland.
That thing goes
Me
upside
too,
down.
but
like,
this one was better because it like
Just
if-
more entertaining.
It's more entertaining, yeah.
it's like if they did Rock and Roller Coaster Star Wars.
They
Which
did,
they
pretty
did.
much.
bitch.
Yeah.
They did it, and I was there.
Yeah.
It was awesome. They played John Williams music on
Oh,
Rock
that's
and Roller
cool.
Coaster during the
Star Wars Nights, Galactic
what was it?
Nights.
Galactic Nights. That's what it was
That's
called.
fucking awesome.
After hours tickets go on sale tomorrow night.
I'm going.
Fingers crossed we get something cool like that.
I'm
Galactic Nights.
gonna do one at Studios. I fucking love that. That is
Okay.
that is my number one Disney park of
They
all
go
time.
on sale
Well,
tomorrow
that's
night.
what I
gotta
told
do it.
Courtney.
Yeah.
It's the AP sale tomorrow. We
Everybody.
get discounted, right? though?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
get
get discounted
discounts.
rates.
Yeah.
There's a ton of nights. I'm not like.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure the Hollywood Studios one will sell out because they don't. offer
Oh,
a
I
lot
want to
of
go to that
tickets.
one. I'm doing Not So Scary again.
Nice. I wish
on
I
the
could.
I wish I could do it again.
It's
Yeah.
worth it. It's definitely worth it.
I didn't see Max.
Me neither.
Neither did I.
Because I
Where the
didn't
fuck
know.
was he?
You have to
I'm gonna go
be
look.
in Center Street or at the front of Main Street. That's the only place you can see him.
But he
Stupid.
wasn't.
When?
He's not even in the parade.
No, exactly.
so
he
where
comes
is he?
out, walks around, dances around, leaves, then the parade
Are
goes.
you fucking
Yeah,
kidding
they don't
me?
tell anybody that. Yeah, I didn't get to see him because I didn't know that fact. Yeah.
Write that down so you don't forget that because I
No,
want a
I'm
fucking
gonna
picture of that.
remember
I
it.
pictured him leading the parade.
I did too.
So I'm like, oh, we're hunkered
or I
down in
thought maybe he'd be
Frontierland.
with Goofy at the
Yeah.
end with the
I'm
big.
like, I'm
and I was like,
hunkered
oh,
down
he's
in
gonna.
Frontierland. I can't wait to see him.
That's
The
the
parade
reason I
goes
watched
by.
that parade. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about that parade. I've seen it
Yeah.
like 1,000 times. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the
It's a
parade.
good
Don't get me
parade.
wrong.
It's a great parade.
But I
But
don't.
the-
I've seen it
mhm.
a bunch.
It
There was
went
one year we
by-
did like eight parties. I've seen
Yeah.
it a ton of
Damn.
times.
It
Like,
went by, and I was like, wait, where's Max? And then I had to like
it's
ask
just
people
such a
and look it up.
commitment too of that whole event. Like you
And
have to.
go all the way back to the front of the park just to see Max.
That's
and then
fucking
go all the way back
stupid.
to other stuff.
That is
yeah.
so fucking stupid.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
us
I don't know
with
about
that.
that. Yeah,
that
they
is
got you.
dumb as shit.
They had us in the first half.
Yeah.
They got
and
me
the
the whole
second
fucking
half.
time,
Yeah,
man.
they got us in the whole game.
So we could talk about Hyperspace Mountain. That's on my pros. I think it's better than Disneyland's. I think, but hard to compare. They're just so much fun. It was fun.
I love Hyperspace Mountain.
Yeah, it's just great graphics and goes upside down. It's pretty fucking cool. Phantom Manor.
Does anybody want anything to drink?
Nah.
I'm
You
good.
good? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Phantom Manor.
You didn't even mention the beautiful Nautilus sitting right side outside of
I
Hyperspace
did
Mountain.
because you couldn't do anything with it.
You can
It's
go
just-
in
It's
it.
just a prop, isn't it?
Is that closed? You can't go
it
in
was
it anymore?
closed. Yeah.
I don't think they let you go in anymore. That's old school.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wanted to go in that so bad.
Yeah. I didn't see any Nautilus merch or anything like that.
At
but
least there's one there.
Yeah.
You used to be able to go inside it.
Yeah. The closest I got was that picture I sent to you.
Beautiful.
Like the morning
I framed
of.
it already. It's on my wall.
Did you?
No.
Very good.
No, I
Do
didn't.
you want me to sign it? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So Phantom Manor. So we waited to get into this one. This one just blew me away from
This is a
start
hot
to finish.
take.
Yeah, I think it's better than Haunted Mansion.
I don't
a
know
hot
if it is
take.
a hot take. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't agree, but you can make a case. I'd listen to it.
I gotta
It's-
experience it.
It's just like what if we would do like a Haunted Mansion style in the 90s. This is what this is.
Yeah. The difference is they gave it an explicit story.
Yes.
Like the Haunted Mansion is like, well, there might be a story here if you
It's
think
more
about
creepy
this.
I love that
Yeah.
bride. Oh my god.
But the Phantom Manor is like, here's the story of this guy and his daughter who trying to get married and like Like
Does
there's
it
that
tie
story.
into our Haunted Mansion, or is it a completely separate story?
I
completely
think it's
separate
a completely
story.
separate story.
Yep.
But you
So it's just a completely different attraction.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
they have the Sybaris, the hellhounds,
Yeah.
like barking at you, and
They're
and this is
inches
creepy.
from you. They're
You
close.
turn the corner and they're like right in your face.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Yeah.
And wait till I get to Tower of Terror. But like Paris is like creepier than Disney World.
Really?
That's
It's
creepier.
that Michael Eisner difference, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just you've got Dreamfinder Mayor who's
Taking
doing
his
all
head
the
off.
I'm your ghost host, and he's taking
Yeah.
his head off talking to you, and you're in the Wild Wild West, and I don't remember the name of the main Phantom Manor character, but I love his animatronic.
He's the Phantom.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
there we go. Then the Phantom.
Henry
He's
Ravenswood.
gorgeous.
God damn you, fucking nerd! How do you know that?
Because you just said it.
I'm
You answered your
jealous
own
of
question.
that knowledge. I didn't know that. I feel like people when I said something the other day to somebody at work about being a nerd, and
Sorry, it took me a minute to get
I
there.
think he thought I was making fun of him. I'm like, dude, I'm wearing a Mickey Mouse sweater.
Like, I'm jealous of you. Yeah.
Like that's a good thing. Like that's like I'm like making fun of you, but like it's funny because I'm also a nerd. We're just nerdy about different things. But
Like, we're jealous of nerddom. If you're more of a nerd than me, I'm jealous.
like that, I was called you a nerd. I'm like, that's a good, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I rode the second best Pirates of the Caribbean I've ridden thus far.
Interesting.
It's better than ours, but,
Oh,
not,
yeah.
but not as good as Disneyland's.
Were the sword fighters working?
Yes, they absolutely were.
Dang, that's
Sword
so cool.
fighters
I
were
don't even
sure.
know what that is. I need to go look this
Ooh.
up.
They're like actually sword fighting.
It's something that
animatronics.
would be a screen
Really?
here
Yep.
to tell you.
It was awesome. It was really cool.
Really? Okay, I have
Yeah.
to go watch a
Different.
a
Se-
ride-through.
it's longer, different scenes. So we've got the Davy Jones like fog screen up again.
Oh, cool.
Um,
I missed that.
yeah,
I
They
missed the
take-
mermaids
They
too.
take a lot of our scenes and like do them kind of flip 'em?
Yeah. We got the dog scene first, and then we
Weird.
ended with like the
Yeah.
blue caves. It's
Interesting.
crazy cool.
Was the
Two
guy
drops.
the guy
Two
swinging
drops.
above you? Was he working?
No,
He usually
Yeah.
breaks down.
but it was still really cool. We did it like 3 times.
I don't blame you.
This thing just electrocuted me.
All right, trying to kill Brad, I guess.
Thanks.
That's
It's the
weird.
Phantom.
My most favorite attraction that we did at Disneyland Paris, and my number one thing that we did while we were there is fucking.
Can I guess?
Yeah,
If it's not,
It's got to be Crush Coaster.
it's Crush
I was gonna
Coaster.
say if it's not Phantom Manor.
I was gonna say Indiana
Wow.
Jones, but I can't remember if you said you hated that or if
No,
it was
I was in the middle about that. It's neither pro nor con for me. It was like an Expedition Everest.
Like a C
meets-
ticket?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
a
if
C
they
ticket.
took
It's-
something that wasn't Indiana Jones and just slapped the name
Yeah,
on it.
pretty much.
Yeah.
It was cool scenes, and I got a couple of good pictures on it. But meh.
Yeah, it used
The
to go
Disneyland
backwards.
is supreme. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did know that.
It's
That's
like a
cool.
tight upside down loop.
That's
too.
why they
It's
stopped
like,
going backwards because
yeah.
it wasn't safe for the
Yeah.
mainly for the structure, but also for the guests. But
Yeah,
I don't care about the guests. I care about the structure.
but Disneyland's is so.
Yeah,
much
especially when you're
better.
killing French people.
Yes.
Yeah. Death. Crush's Coaster is so much fucking fun, and you don't expect it. It's just like a much better Goofy's Flight School at Disneyland or Primeval Whirl when it used to
Interesting.
exist here. But you start out, you go outside for a hot minute, and you're like kind of like old school Cosmic Rewind, twisty and turning around, and you just go through like a nice little like, hey, there's Nemo, and all his friends are going around, and then you start to creep up, and you go by this giant Bruce animatronic that just like pops his head out, and then there you go, and you're in this big ass open building, which is supposed to be like the deep ocean, I think, and you're just waving in and out of
That's
shit.
awesome.
You're going
It's
so
the
fast.
EAC, the current.
Yeah,
at the-
yeah,
the Turtles
yeah,
ride.
exactly.
So like this, is it like the is it themed kind of like that tunnel in the Seas Pavilion on the Seas of Nemo?
That, but just bigger.
it's bigger, yeah.
I mean, I
yeah.
know it's not that tight, but it's
Yeah,
like,
it's that idea.
Is that kind of
Yep.
that aesthetic? Okay.
Yeah.
But you're like getting on the coaster in like Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, interesting.
it's
Okay.
On a
it's like
pier.
it's like the coast on a pier.
Oh,
You're
cool.
like getting on
Yeah.
the turtle shell.
Kind of like it's like the queue for the seas.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
that's like
Okay.
the boarding area.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
Yeah,
okay.
about yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Avengers Campus, my God, is so much better than
I mean,
Disney's land.
it's really not hard to do.
no.
Disneyland's is only for the
Like-
characters. That's it.
And like Pim's Kitchen is a sit down here. Pim's
No
Test
way.
Kitchen is a sit
Really?
down. Yep.
Did you
Every
eat there?
land-
No, because I thought it was quick
Fuck.
service. I
Every
fucking
land
made the
needs a sit
assumption.
down. That's how it should be.
I
Like,
made the assumption it was quick service, so I'm like walking up and
Well,
I'm
I
like,
get
oh
why you-
no,
man,
But that's okay.
Now you're more at the credits.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I wanted to buy a crepe.
I wanted the giant pretzel. And then the characters are out all the time. I saw Sam Wilson, Captain America, up top. Avengers Flight Force is so fucking good. It's just I don't know how, I've got the nostalgia with Aerosmith, but like that Iron Man animatronic is so slick. And I didn't even care Captain Marvel was on the ride. That's how good it was.
How good it is.
if he doesn't care.
Did you guys hear the story about the kid peeing in
Yes.
the pre-show room in
Yes.
front of
Yes.
us
And I
before
love
we
That
how
is
they,
so
they
funny.
didn't make up something like, we
No.
gotta clean up some pixie dust
There's
in
some
the corner.
hydraulic fluid
Yeah,
leaking out of
yeah.
Iron Man's suit.
This
we
was
have
the
to
best
clean it up.
thing
Yeah.
about the Disneyland Paris cast members is they just were straight with you.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That used to annoy me.
Yeah.
because that's what you want when you're there. You're like, really, what's happening? What's going on?
Another pro. The 30th means something there. It's so much better than the 50th. Like they have special food, obviously, as we do. Their merch, obviously, but the special shows. They have these crazy cool statues that are there for the 30th. Like they're the kind of like a windy.
Mm-hmm. They're
Like-
kind of like Mary Blair in the Tower of
Yes,
the Winds.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, don't tell me that.
yeah. They're
I
dope.
just told you that. Walt's Restaurant
I-
was fucking awesome.
Adore the Tower of the Four Winds. I don't know if you all
Yeah.
know, I don't talk about it that often, but that
You
is one
sent
of
me
those
a text
things.
last night about it.
That's true. It was and a dick pic. I
yeah,
know.
your pants are off already.
They are. No, I truly do. Like, I think that is one of the biggest travesties that they just cut that fucking thing up and threw it in the Hudson
Yep.
River.
Yeah.
Like, that is so fucking crazy to me. If I
They
wasn't scared of scuba diving, I'd go down there and grab a piece of that shit.
Walt's Restaurant, I kind of detailed that already. The dragon underneath Sleeping Beauty's castle. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
And it moves so well. It just
Still,
looks-
that's wild.
it's 30 years old, man. Like I don't know how.
I don't know
it's
either.
Incredible.
the fucking drones at night. I showed you guys a picture. Like it doesn't do it justice.
Mm.
Like the way they do that, they just appear. They're just there.
Did either one of you ever get to see the drone show they did at Springs for a hot minute?
No.
No.
It was so fucking cool.
I should have, because I came one of the nights that they were doing it, but this is when I lived in Indiana still, and I opted to go to Studios instead. So like, I had a great night at Studios, but like
Metallica was using this technology 4 years ago when they played Moth into Flame. They looked like lightning bugs, like just flying into
That's
lights
awesome.
when they were
that's
playing
cool. I
it.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's just the legal side of it here that we can't, like, because everyone sues everybody. Like, the
Oh.
drone fell and it almost hit me, and the damage to my psyche that it caused. I
Oh
need to
my
sue
God.
Disney.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's,
Europe
that's the shit it is. That's what
Europe
it
will
is.
do that.
Speaking of nighttime shows, and we'll get back to this. I just want to throw this in there. I fucking love Harmonious. I am actually upset that I hadn't seen it until the other night. Like, I'm going to go back and watch it at least twice this weekend.
Okay.
I fucking love that show.
Man, I've
It
only seen
is
it twice.
10 times better than Illuminations ever wish it could be. Illuminations is dog shit.
I love the
And
music for Illuminations, but yeah, I feel you. I never
the music
loved
the music
show.
is iconic.
I
Like,
never loved the show.
that score is incredible. I love that music. But
Yeah.
I just the show itself, I got to watch it from like the front,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was in tears, man. I fucking loved it. It's not as good as Happily Ever After or Fantasmic, but it is by far the best nighttime show Epcot's ever
Do we
had.
have a date for Fantasmic yet?
Nope.
No.
But we do have for
They
Mickey
said
Minnie.
this year, but here
Yeah.
we are. We got 2 months left.
It'll be something
Disneyland's
back
Mickey
for
and the Minnie.
It'll be for the 52nd.
Yeah, right.
I do think, though, one good thing about the 50th kind of sucking, I think they're going to go really hard for the 60th.
I hope so.
Because they made a
I have
huge
no
deal out of
hopes.
it at
Like, I
Disneyland.
don't-
No, that's not Diamond. is
Diamond,
it?
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it Diamond? Okay.
Celebration,
Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful.
I think they're going to really go hard on
Nice.
to the 60th here.
Yeah,
I
oh, that's
really,
right. I
really
was
do.
I
at
have
the
no
Diamond
hopes anymore,
celebration.
so
That was
I
my
didn't
first
go.
time at
I meant-
Disneyland.
I
Yeah.
wanted to, and I just couldn't get out there.
I got a bomb
think
cupcake. I remember
That's
that.
half the reason why Epcot's 40th was so good, because I had no expectations for it.
Yeah,
And
I
it was
think
actually
that's-
good. So I was like, wow, this is good.
I think we all just have to, as Disney fans, just have to collectively just
Say they're
understand
not
that
going
it's,
to do anything.
that it's not going to be spectacular for a minute until this asshole gets out of it.
Yeah.
I really think so. I think Josh Damar really cares. I think he.
I don't know.
I do, because I watched that panel, dude, and he actually gives a shit. Like, he addressed it. Like, we know we don't always get it right. We're listening and changing our plans and like learning. And if you watch that whole panel, dude, like, he actually gives a shit, because if he didn't, he wouldn't say that. You've never heard
Right.
Bob Chapek say anything like that.
That he's just a good public speaker.
Thanks,
That's all I'm
Bob.
going to say is he's just a good public speaker.
No,
really good public speaker.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that, because it might be the PR department that gives a shit, but someone cares.
Right.
Someone cares, and they're portraying that through him, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, he is a good public speaker. But like,
Yep.
I think he actually gives a shit.
He's
I really,
head of
really
the
do.
parks.
I
If
really-
he did, he could do something about it.
But not under this guy. I mean, look how many people left when Bob Chapek. They drove
Yeah.
Joe Rohde out, dude. Like,
Yeah. Zootopia drove him out.
and it's coming. You know it's coming.
It's
you
an
know
expose.
it's coming. It's an expose. All right,
Anyhow,
that's a different conversation.
back
for
to the
another
cool stuff, the good stuff.
Disneyland Paris at the resort in general, just like Disney World, but all of it is incredibly peaceful. Like, it is very just stress free. It's nice.
I don't get that vibe here. Magic Kingdom stresses me out.
Yeah, it does.
No. I'm talking like outside of parks when you're just like on like
Oh.
resorts, like the actual grounds itself.
Oh, gotcha.
Just very stress free. It's like if you were to think about how the boardwalk is set up, the way the main of the resorts are, and you were to drop. I mean, basically how like Beach Club, Yacht Club, and Boardwalk are there, but then attach Disneyland's downtown Disney to that, and lead that into the parks. That's what Disneyland Paris looks like.
So you guys on the show, you guys were saying, it's smaller than California's downtown Disney?
Yes, it's
What is
smaller
like
than
the size, if you could compare it to like a thing? Is it like the size of Tomorrowland? Is it?
Disney Village. You're saying like
Yeah.
their
the
downtown
shopping
Disney.
village.
Yes.
Is that what it's called
Yeah,
still?
no, it's called just Disney Village.
Okay, ours
Or
was
Disney
the
Shopping Village, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ours was the shopping village. I would say it's, if those of you who have been to Disneyland's downtown Disney, it's pretty much the whole stretch. It's as big as the whole stretch that runs alongside the Grand Californian.
Okay,
That's
so
kinda
from
small.
like
wow.
from like the Star Wars store, like the old Rainforest, up to like that
No,
ice
a
cream.
little bit before, like
Oh wow.
yeah, a little bit before, because I think
Tortilla
the Grand
Joe's?
yeah, about Tortilla Joe's. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Tortilla Joe's to like the front,
World
like
of Disney.
where that La Brea Bakery's at.
It's that small.
That's
it is.
really
It is
small.
kind of
Holy
tiny.
shit. That's tiny.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Interesting.
It's definitely smaller, but they have essential stores there, and the shops are pretty cool. So
Cool.
Okay, Tower of Terror was so fucking unexpectedly fun. I just expected it to be like the copy of Disneyland's because it's not like ours. It doesn't go forward. But this was different. It had, like, the girl from the family, she followed you around the whole, like, ride up and down. And, you would sit there and watch her, and she'd talk to you real silently, and she'd be like, don't forget not to scream. And as soon as she'd say that, you'd drop.
Is she a projection or something?
But it looked
really
so
creepy.
fucking cool.
Wow.
Oh,
I was
weird.
laughing the whole time. I was so
Dang.
excited.
Now, when I go there, it means I have to
That's
do that.
a must do in Disneyland
Interesting,
Paris. It's
okay.
so
I
good.
hate drops, but I'll do it.
Oh, it's so good.
Gotta do it.
It was so good. She's so good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's cool.
See, I haven't watched any of those ride-throughs because I never planned on doing it. Because I'm like, I don't care about it. I
That-
don't do drops, but now I want to do it.
You got to do that, man.
Dang.
That's like it made me
Stinks. In a
feel
good way, it
like
stinks.
reconnected with that ride. I don't know. It's weird.
Did you get sick on Cosmic Rewind? Does it make you nauseous?
No,
No. Okay. That's odd to me. 'Cause there's some
I've
pretty
never
cool,
got motion sickness.
but there's some
on
there's some
anything.
there's some pretty steep drops on that. That's why I'm surprised.
I just don't like straight
Vertical
down
drops?
drops, vertical, and especially when it's just an inch wide yellow strip, keeping me from death. Like, I don't do well with that.
You weigh 8 pounds. You're not going anywhere.
I can slide right out of it though, because it doesn't
the
like.
wonders of Xandar.
Oh, I
Have
love
you-
it.
I'd be exploring them on the tower because it would come off and I would fly out.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
I think that's the most rare song. I've only gotten it twice.
I've gotten it 3 times.
only gotten it twice.
I have a whiteboard
You've
at
done
home
it
fucking
like
3
300
times.
times. So
32, thank you.
I was close.
Yes.
I rounded up.
This is going to be my rise, God damn it. So. This ride and
That
Velocicoaster,
sentence
I'm
hurt
taking
my
that.
stomach and my heart and my brain and my.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. I
All
just
right.
like being that
All right,
idiot.
so real quick, the Marvel Hotel, the
We're
one
an
that
hour
they
in
took
already.
to New York, the one that they changed from New York to Marvel, really, really cool.
Sweet. Okay.
They have these awesome portraits. Everyone just looking off to it's like their side profile, except Deadpool's. He's waving at you.
Oh, they have actual Deadpool like
Yeah.
representation.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whoa, I didn't
He's
know
there.
that.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's not limited by stuff here. I
Right.
mean, they can
Yeah.
do whatever the hell
They
they
can do
want.
whatever they want there. Yeah. We saw a show at Disney's, the Walt Disney Studio, Mickey and the Magician. Holy crap! Do that when you're there.
I've
Oh,
heard
it used
that's
to be
So
It
good.
used to be like Cinemagique or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's there. So yeah, that's kind of it.
What would you give the resort on a scale of 1 to 10?
The whole resort, like everything
your
included,
entire experience. Like
7. I'd give it a 7.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
don't know if I'd fly that far for a 7, but
there's things you absolutely
You
like.
would
I'm
for the
telling you.
Mary Blair Tower of the
Dude,
Four Winds.
like-
yeah, I would.
so
Like Avengers Campus there, it makes me feel better of the MCU's representation in the Disney park.
Oh, good. Okay.
It makes me feel better about that. Like,
Because I know how you feel. Because it's the same way I feel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's good to hear you say
and
that.
like Tower's so good. Crush's Coaster, man.
High highs, low lows.
Yes,
Hmm.
it's Rise of Skywalker of Disney parks.
they have the Jolly Roger and the Skull Rock too, right?
They do.
In their Adventureland.
Yep,
Okay,
I saw
that's
them
why I
both,
want to
yeah.
go because that used to be in Disneyland.
Tokyo's
I want to
getting
go
it.
see that. Yeah. Yep.
Or
Yeah,
I want to
Shanghai?
go see
Maybe
that.
it's Shanghai. forget-
I think
somebody
we
said
want to go to
It's
Tokyo,
Tokyo.
and
Tokyo.
whenever they
Fantasy
get Rapunzel
Springs.
and shit.
That, yeah,
Yeah,
once they
Fantasy
complete that,
Springs.
I'm
Same-
going. I'm
same with
waiting.
me,
I'm waiting. I would
Yeah.
love to go see all that once it's
Yep.
done. I kind of want to see it before it's done, but I'll wait.
No,
Nah, I'm gonna wait.
because
I'm not
I
making
can't
that
make
trip
2
twice.
trips. Yeah.
You can, but I'm not. I don't like to fly. I've kind of gotten over my fear of flying, but that's still a long ass, uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, The flight to California I hated, so I can't imagine going to a different country. That's gonna.
God.
I got real close to
Man.
Greenland. It was freaking crazy.
You said that on the show, I think.
Yeah.
That's true,
You're like,
yeah.
I never thought I'd be close to Greenland.
No, I
Yeah.
was
I
like,
remember
what
when
the
you said
fuck?
that, I just started laughing. I was like, who? I never thought I'd be close to Greenland.
Yeah,
When you say it though, you're not wrong. Like
Yeah.
I've never thought I'd be close to Greenland. But
right.
Are we expecting someone?
I'm not. No. Weird. We're getting rolled up on, and I'm not packing tonight. So all right.
The one time you're not packing.
Yeah, well,
Play the TIE Fighter sound quick.
Yeah. All right. Hold on.
There it
They're
goes.
coming. They're coming.
Actually, that ties into Andor.
Oh, what?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get to Andor.
Sure.
Different show.
Yawn.
Different show.
So I got a couple of things that we could talk about. I did some show notes.
Cool.
just
Well,
a
I'm
few
glad you had
things.
fun in Paris. I'm
Yes,
me
glad
too.
you're home.
Thanks.
I'm glad you guys had a fun, safe trip.
Yes.
And I'm sorry it wasn't better.
I
I'm sorry the
was-
French weren't better people.
Yeah, it was the French. It was but overall I would totally do it again 10 out of 10 times. But next time I do
Nice.
Disneyland Paris, I will be flying into London, staying in London, then taking the train over and doing it
Smart.
or flying. So all right. How about some Star Wars news real quick? We saw a new Tales of the Jedi poster came
Loved
out.
it.
Heck yeah.
And that is debuting on October the 26th. I think
so
we're getting
close.
all the episodes at once.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
'Cause they're shorts.
Shorts.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall of this is they're shorts.
That's a Wednesday too, so like I'm gonna wake up and watch that before Andor. So hey,
Yeah, me too.
we all will.
Oh, I probably will as well.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Come on.
I haven't. This is the first. Like, we'll talk about it when we get to Endor. But
Yeah.
I'm excited about Tales of Jedi. It's gonna be really cool. Of course, I'm stoked about the young Qui-Gon stuff, but the whole
Yeah.
series just looks fantastic.
I'm excited for the young Dooku stuff.
I
I'm
want-
excited for young Ahsoka and Ahsoka at Padme's funeral.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about that. I wish
Didn't
they
they-
didn't spoil that.
Didn't they recently retire Dooku's hilt?
They
Yeah.
did, but I
But we're
I
getting
saw
his
somebody
blue
buy
one.
it the
We're
other
getting
day.
his blue one.
Oh, we're getting his blue one. Absolutely. Bring it
Yeah.
on.
It's the same exact hilt.
I
just
do
blue.
not care.
Yeah.
I
Me-
do
me
not
neither.
care.
I'm buying
I
it.
am so there
Give
for
me
it.
the blue coup.
The blue coup.
Give me that.
that blue
Blue
coup.
chew, blue coo.
Comes with Bluetooth. Yeah.
The blue balls.
Oh.
At PulseCon, they announced
It's blue. Double D. Double die. All right, I'm done.
at PulseCon, new vintage in Black Series announced at PulseCon. So here are the Black Series: Cassian Andor from Andor, Bix, Mon Mothma, Luthen.
Wait, Mon Mothma Black Series?
Yes, it looks
Is that
sick.
the first Mon
Shut your
Mothma ever?
mouth.
It looks sick.
I will get that.
I don't know if it's
Oh.
the first, but it looks
I think
good.
it is. I don't think there's at least
Lu-
the first Black Series.
Luthen looks like a sick figure too.
Yeah.
I love that character.
Me too.
He's the
He's a
best
good
part of the
And he
show.
hasn't been in the
No,
last
he's
two
not.
episodes.
No, he's only in it for like 20 minutes
God.
total. He's the best part of the whole show.
He's by far the best.
And
We'll
that's
talk
why
about
he's
it
the
later,
best
but-
because he's only 20 minutes in it. So
He knew. He's like, I'm only going to be here for 20 minutes, guys.
the first 3 episodes.
we have an.
Ender.
That's it, Ender.
I think you were talking to me about the X-Woves. We have an X-Woves Black Series.
Ooh,
is
I'll
that,
buy
is
that.
that the
Oh.
one that's out?
No,
Yeah.
the one I got is
Is it the vintage collection one?
Yeah, it's in that Target bag over there.
Okay, but that completes Bo-Katan's crew in the Mandalorian
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
with her and Costco Reeves.
If it
Um,
comes to the new Black Series packaging, I will not be buying it.
None of us will.
I'm putting. I'm putting.
I
my
don't
foot
think it
down
is.
on that.
I
Oh,
thought
no.
I
Same.
saw old school.
Same.
I'm
I'll
putting my
never
foot down
buy
on
a
those.
Oh, yeah,
full
I'm
box.
not doing any of those.
No.
I refuse. Listen, Hasbro. Listen to the people who actually buy your action figures as
Look at
collectors.
this. Look at this room we're in. Like,
Yep. The vintage collection, we're getting Cassian Andor, Vel Sartha.
I'll be getting all of these. These all look cool. The cards and the logo
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
so fucking sick on these.
Did you see the Hunter from Bad Batch? We're getting a Hunter vintage collection.
No.
That looks sick.
I haven't seen it. The only thing I saw was from Matt from Toy Collector. Who
Okay.
Can't Kill Chewie.
Yeah.
He posted the Andor ones, and I was like, those cards
Oh.
look sick.
Did you see the Model Nodes multi-pack?
Yes, I did see
Ooh.
that. I don't care.
I don't care because I don't like the
TVC on card.
presentation.
Yep,
Yeah.
my TVCs I like on the cards. And the only reason I got the multi-pack is because I didn't know until you're scrolling through on Amazon, but these are actually on individual cards. They're
Yeah,
just all
see,
put together.
yeah, I like. Yeah.
oh, wait, so those are like carded things in a box.
Yeah, it's
so if
four.
you take
it's-
them
you,
out.
can you can open this and take them out, and
I
there's
think-
4 individual cards. You can see
Oh,
them.
I see it
I
now.
think that's
At
what's
an
going to
angle.
be what my Jedi Survivor pack's going to look like. That's going to get here
Yes.
tomorrow.
Oh, that's
no,
really cool.
Yeah.
really?
It's shipped already.
wow.
Like it's wild.
that is wild.
Like game you coming
When
out?
is the game?
I want
like-
run?
I want to see that.
Oh, absolutely.
I,
I
gotta
will
bring
bring
that
it. Yeah.
next week. I want to see those.
We got a Return of the Jedi 40th collection, Black Series,
These are
another
the-
fucking Lando.
These are the
Of
ones that are
course.
on like
A
the
skiff guard.
vintage collection looking cards.
Yes,
with the Black
the
Series,
big
right?
cards,
Okay.
yeah.
You know what though? That's cool
I
for
like
Lando
those.
because it's not just him and a cape again.
No,
Like
but
that's a cool. At least it's different.
but
different.
that's all we're going to see anymore.
Yeah, you're
we're
not
getting
wrong.
the Endor Han Solo, the Endor Princess Leia, the Biker Scout Trooper,
I
and
love my favorite. That's my second favorite
yes,
cool.
Stormtrooper.
and
Yeah.
Wicket. We're getting a Wicket Black Series.
Oh, that's cool.
okay. I like the cards, but I don't know, man. Black Series is just getting so expensive. Like the freaking the concept art series
yeah.
ones.
The only
man.
reason I bought it because we were
I
getting
don't even
30%
like
off.
that.
It's the
I
only
don't know.
reason.
Oh,
I saw
love
it.
it.
It's- I
I
saw
adore
You know it's
yeah.
based on Ralph McQuarrie concept art,
That's
right?
why I got
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I want it. But when I saw it was $60, I was like, God damn, dude.
30% off. Do it.
But then I remembered that Disney charges
Yeah.
30 for the Black Series, so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess that kind of makes
If
sense.
you saw that at Target, it'd be maybe 45
$45.
bucks. Yeah,
but
not
I think
60.
I think it's a Disney exclusive.
it
At
might
Park-
be.
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's Parks exclusive. Is
yeah,
that what they
shop,
said?
shop Disney.
Parks
That's what they're
exclusive,
calling.
whatever. Yeah.
But I will get it. It was just like, God damn, $60.
I was just happy to see something different than
True.
Quill,
Quills and Landos.
Landos. I was like, I gotta. What do I
Every
do?
now and
I
then,
love the box.
Every now and then I see an Aura Sing, and I'm like, wait, did I buy that already?
Yeah, I know.
But it's like I already did buy Aura Sing.
Same thing
So
with
it's-
Bo-Katan.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna this weekend. One of my projects now that Bentley's with his mom for the weekend is I'm going to go through and update my spreadsheet because I have spreadsheets for all of these,
Ooh.
and
I'm
it's
so
gonna
far
See,
take
and
a
then,
while.
and then
Spreadsheet,
that's nerdy right there.
When
you
I
were saying,
first did
like,
it, I
love
had
that.
3 rows,
Yeah.
so I have a lot to do.
I love that. That's a pretty nerdy sentence.
Yeah,
but I love it.
It's just because like the other day I rebought a friggin' Galen Urso because it was on clearance, and I was like,
Yeah.
I have that for you, by the way. Did I give it to you already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, I don't know if I have it. And I was like, we don't have it. I was like, I think we do. And I should. I mean, I would know better than she would, but
do
I was
that.
like, I can't believe that I didn't just because I usually just pull up my spreadsheet and I'm like, okay, I have it.
Yeah.
I got to update it.
I do that with the Casca Reeves too. Every time I see it, I text Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I have that? And she's like, yes, we have it already, Evan. I told you 2 days ago. I told you last week.
We're getting Phase 2 of the High Republic, a.k.a. Quest of the Jedi.
Another prequel, though. We
So,
were talking
yeah,
about this
why?
so
before
I've got
the
it-
show. Why did we
I've got a
jump
little bit.
back?
I don't know.
Here,
Weird.
it takes place 150 years before the events of Phase 1.
Why would
The
you do
stories
this?
Why
will
would-
build upon certain story elements already introduced, but will also detail how a lot of the galaxy took shape. A main central point will be Jedha, the first scene in Rogue One. The planet will be the planet will be the setting for the first few issues of Marvel's The High Republic comic series.
All right, I'm here for it, but like,
that
why
should
did
have
we
been
start?
Phase
So
one.
I can
Yeah.
let me run through the wave titles real quick. I have them here. First up in Wave 1, Path of Deceit, October 4th. Marvel's The High Republic #1, October 12th. Quest for the Hidden City, November 1st. Marvel's The Blade #1, November 9th. Convergence, November 22nd. That one, I don't know why. That one seems interesting to me.
Did we ever have a book called Convergence?
It was like a knockoff Twilight series or something. It wasn't Star Wars. I'm
Okay.
saying it's a separate.
We already
Thing.
there's a Dark Horses, The High Republic Adventures #1 on November 30th. Dark Horses, The Nameless Terror #1, December 28th. The Battle of Jedha, January 3rd.
That's cool.
Yeah, the Dark Horses Quest of the Jedi, February 8th. And then Wave 2, which is considerably shorter. Cataclysm, April 4th of next year. Quest for Planet X, April 4th of next year. And then finally, ending it, I believe, which they said is going to be a short wave, Path of Vengeance, May 2nd, 2023.
Interesting. Okay, so here's my thought on this. This is where they're going to introduce Yoda.
Probably,
Yeah,
because
he's
he's
gonna
still
get a
young,
he's going to be young.
scrappier
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
before his
I
sabbatical.
will hit you
In
up,
Phase
yeah.
1, he was on sabbatical.
So
basically,
something's going to
so-
happen. I think he might be like fucking up, and
Yeah,
that might be
most
why
likely.
he's on a sabbatical because they're going to try to like. The one thing that I miss about the High Republic is like the Jedi were a little too good. I know they're supposed to be,
Yeah.
but isn't the whole point like it's a slow decline?
It's a slow bleed, yeah.
into this like fucked up version of the Council that,
That
we
we
get
see in the
in the
prequels.
prequels.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit more of like setting that up.
Yeah.
When if you go back and do that, then you don't have it in the original phase. It's going to seem a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And also, like,
I don't know.
now, who's the villains? Because, like, the Nile aren't out at this time.
They
the
said
Nile
it's someone
are hiding still.
in the trailer. They said it was somebody who wants to free the Force, like
Okay.
free the will of the Force or something like that,
okay,
which
Sith,
is interesting.
Like the first Sith, and
I
they're
don't
going to cover
know.
it up. That would be interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Covering up the Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Maybe
yeah.
that's what Yoda did, and that's why he's on sabbatical.
Maybe. And they're like, you can't talk about this.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm mixed on this because I really
Yeah.
dig the High Republic.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm like 3
There's just
books
so much
behind
of
me.
Yeah,
I
I just
can't
don't
keep
want
up
it to
with
be
it.
before. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
You've already got me invested with this. Like, you don't need to jump back now. Like,
Exactly.
I'm into this right now. Like, maybe you'll see Marchion Ro's parents or something because he's got to be some sort of.
Yeah.
He's got to come from something. Maybe
Well, his dad used to be the Eye, and then
Yeah,
his dad
so-
died, and now Markion is the Eye. So, like,
these different species. Who knows how long they?
Yeah.
Different species age differently. We know
That's
that
right.
from Mando.
maybe one day we'll see a live-action Markion
And
Ro.
Bob Lazar.
Well, I mean, we know Bob Lazar.
Maybe we'll see a live-action Markion Ro, possibly played by Christian Bale.
Yeah, he makes
Wait, excuse me.
No,
next story. No, but
that part
but,
I made up.
but Christian Bale did publicly state he wants to be in the Star Wars universe. So.
I would think.
Oh.
I think he's a great Markion
Fucking
Ro.
please.
Yeah.
Please do anything.
Yeah.
He would make a fucking awesome Thrawn.
he really would.
Yeah, I never
God
thought about that.
damn,
he
he'd
really
be a
would.
good
I
He
Thrawn.
really
never
would.
thought about that.
Yeah, he'd be a good Thrawn. Is he tall enough?
I don't give.
That doesn't really
two
matter.
I know,
shits.
I know, but like I just it make me feel better
He's
as a
not
tall
short.
person.
I mean, he's like
Yeah,
6'1",
but
I think.
Is he 6'1"?
I believe so because he's big. He's a big ass Batman. He's big, imposing. You gotta have a big physique for Batman.
Yeah,
He got fucking shredded for that movie.
yeah, he did, but he's not as imposing.
I don't
as
think
Ben
he's
Affleck
that tall.
is.
I don't think he's that
Ben
tall.
Affleck's a big raging alcoholic, so there's that.
I don't think Christian Bale's that
jealous.
tall.
He's married to what's her nuts.
I am
But-
not jealous. She seems like a nightmare.
But her hips don't lie, Jenny from the block.
Yeah, I never thought about Thrawn.
That's
though.
Shakira.
He's perfect.
6'8".
Thrawn.
No, I said
Hips
Jenny
don't lie.
from the block.
Yeah, but you said hips
Yeah,
don't lie.
whatever.
That's Shakira, you
I'm
dope.
racist, probably. Where's the racist
Right.
alarm?
Hit the misogyny button.
She's
No,
a genie
no,
in a bottle.
we have a
all that
racist
stuff.
alarm.
Oh,
Don't
we
forget.
do?
Oh, we do.
Irish or African?
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's the alarm.
That's the racist alarm. Let me just say it again.
Irish or African?
That's it that Sal's coming.
Irish or African?
What date?
It's sometime in December, I think.
Joe's going to be around here too. Is it this month?
I'd rather go see Joe.
Oh, me too. 1,000%.
He's my favorite. He's always been my
Christian
favorite.
Bale is 6 feet exactly.
I thought
Okay.
I thought he was like
a little
6'1".
shorter than that, so we'll take it.
Dude, he would fucking kill as Thrawn.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
He would be that would be like a career-defining role if he could nail that. I mean, Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
that's his
He
way of
doesn't
saying
need
it.
it, but
he doesn't
Right.
need it.
Yeah.
But he's such a fucking good actor to bring that
He
level of
is,
acting
yeah.
to Star Wars.
Maybe
would be
that's his way of
wild.
like being like, I'd love to. Sure, I've already been Thrawn, but I'd still love to. Like,
Yeah,
maybe that's
yeah.
his way.
Maybe.
They haven't shown who's Thrawn yet.
No,
have they?
but we know
Nope.
Thrawn's a thing.
He-
We
yeah,
just
they
don't
mentioned
know
his
who.
name.
Dude,
Yeah.
I will lose my
What if
shit
that's
if
it?
Christian Bale is Thrawn.
Yeah.
That'd be badass.
I'll be sad that he's not
Oh,
Markion,
I got,
but he
I got
would
the title
be a
for the
great Thrawn.
episode is Christian Bale playing Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Right there. Man.
So officially, and we haven't talked about this yet, but James Earl Jones officially retires from the Darth Vader voice.
I'm okay with that.
Me too. Especially
he did his time. He's
Yeah.
had enough. We've had a lot of Vader in the last few years.
yeah.
I'm good.
But
Yeah,
he's
let
basically
AI
just
take over.
signed
Fine,
himself
whatever.
over to be an AI.
Yeah, that's totally.
So
It's going to be
probably-
him anyway.
And it
so who
works for
cares?
Vader because
It's
Vader's more
robotic
machine than
anyway.
man.
It totally works. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad he got to come back and do some stuff like Rogue One and some stuff. For,
Right.
Yeah.
So if he hadn't been able to come back, period, that
That-
would have really
that would've
sucked.
sucked. Yeah.
But
Especially because
he
the
did
last
it.
thing he did was episode 9. So that's perfect. Like, that fits.
Episode 9.
Yeah. I've been every voice you've ever
Inside
heard.
your head. That's
Inside
right.
your
That's
head.
right. I always forget about that.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest scenes of that whole movie.
Yep. High
flesh
highs
out.
and low
That's it.
lows right there.
And that's it. That's about the news.
That's awesome.
And then we need to talk about Andor, but that's
We
on
do.
another episode. Not sure if this one's coming out first or second, but whatever.
Well, Andor will come out first.
Okay,
I'll get
so
that
you
uploaded,
guys
or
have
one of us
heard
will
of
get
that other
uploaded.
episode already. Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, breaking the fourth mother box. Check out fourth mother box, dude. That episode you did was really fucking fun.
Thank you.
For real. I was smoking a cigar, drinking to it the other night, and I was just like, I felt like I was sitting there drinking with you because you're drinking wine.
I was.
It was awesome,
You know what I want to do? You know what's coming up?
and
is
it was great because Kyle wasn't there.
Thank you.
No, he was there. His Skype just wasn't working.
He was
So
he was he was touring a concentration camp, which is that's not even a bit. That's
No,
not a
it's
bit.
Not a joke.
That's not a bit.
It's not a joke.
That's not a joke. He was. He was at Auschwitz. He was at Auschwitz. It's not a bit.
It's not a joke.
Oh, it
He
keeps
was-
doing it.
He was somewhere running into a fucking wall like a dope.
Oof.
What a fucking hack.
Oh yeah.
What a hack. You hack, you
What
fuck.
is going on?
Did you watch my voiceover?
No.
The-
Is that what you posted?
Yeah, I posted in.
I just saw
I
it
did a
again and
voiceover
I
to
was
it.
so angry I had to just keep moving on.
Oh my god! Like I was like, "Ooh, look at me! I'm gonna run to," and then I crashed into it. He's like, "Oh, my coin purse! I wish I were Tom," and I had to fart into it.
Oh my coin
I haven't
purse.
seen that. I saw the original video.
Oh,
I
did
didn't
you?
see- yeah,
Hold
but not
on,
the voiceover.
maybe we could-
Yeah,
Um,
pull it up and find it. But
yeah.
that's really funny.
I
But
will,
I'm,
so
like I
anyway.
said, I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a fun week. The 40th or the 30th, or 40th was really cool. I said 30th
Yes.
looking at the fucking thing from Paris. Oh,
Looking
you
at
didn't
an
mention the
actual
no map.
celebration.
Oh, I told him
Oh yeah, so yeah, Disneyland Paris. Nope. Let's go
You
ahead.
can't play it through the soundboard?
no because it's
Different
on my
phone?
iPhone.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Dang.
maybe I can get it to the soundboard before we do Andor. But
You know
yeah,
what we'll do? We'll post it on the fourth mother or the Jedi Talk podcast.
there we go.
Yeah,
We will
Instagram
do
Instagram
that.
feed.
But
We will absolutely do
Yeah.
that.
So go follow us on Instagram at Jedi Talk Podcast.
Yeah.
But fellas, we did it. We're back.
Did.
Better than
Feels good
ever.
to be back. The hurricane
Very.
really was fucking annoying.
It was weird. I hated
Yeah.
not being here.
I don't know how we did a year of quarantine because I was stuck in my apartment for those 2 days and it was
Oh wait, you lived
awful.
in Florida. You didn't.
That's true.
It was like 6 weeks.
That's
yeah,
true.
and then beaches were all open. I was like in Arizona, jealous as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. That shit was a joke here. It was. I'm so glad I lived here during that.
Yeah.
Because I remember my parents coming down and be like, "Restaurants are open." We're like,
Right, yeah.
bitch, this is America."
Yeah, that's true.
Arizona wasn't all that bad either.
My dad
but-
would have loved it down here. I wish he could have just came and lived down here. And then I could have lived with him for that time period.
There's a burger place I want to ask you about in Indiana if you've ever eaten there. I
Probably
forget
not,
what it is.
but-
It was like I'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for listening to the episode. We will see you on the next episode. Until then, Don't do the Yoda thing because this is going to be
I know.
afterwards.
I
We'll do
know.
the Yoda thing next episode. So
Yeah.
it'll be like, this is just like phase 2 of the High Republic, where this one came before. Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about Disneyland Paris. I've been itching to talk to you
Same.
about
Hell
it.
yeah.
Same.
Hell yeah.
All right, thank you guys for listening. We will see you on the next show. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you, and Cassian Andor can suck my dick.
Always. And good journey.
Rise, Jedi Knight.
He screams at the cat because she didn't vote.